Welcome to Designing Spaces Think Green, the show that's all about you, your living space, and living a more eco-friendly lifestyle. Today, we must consider the environment as part of our economy, our health, and community. A healthier environment means healthier lives for all of us. Designing Spaces believes it's time we take care of our home, the ultimate living space, planet Earth. Indoor air quality and safety are two qualities that are directly related to the drywall used in our homes. Gypsum drywall board not only contributes to both, when it comes to the right manufacturer, it's officially green. But not all drywall are created equal, as our own Debbie Marie found out for Designing Spaces, and she found out for herself. Watch this.
Calcium sulfate, better known as gypsum, the main component used in wallboard for home construction for over 100 years. It's easy to install, provides fire resistance, and is a very cost-effective way to finish a room with a clean, professional look. During the recent housing boom, there were periods of time when domestic sources of this important building material became scarce. Roughly from the period of 2004 to 2007, a small percentage of the total wallboard demand was met by a product imported from China. As has been widely investigated and documented by state and federal officials, a portion of the imported Chinese wallboard was defective. And when installed in homes, the defective product created a rotten egg smell and blackening of some electrical wiring. Think Green has gotten together with one of the USA's leading manufacturers of gypsum wallboard to learn what goes into making this material used in so many homes and how locally manufactured wallboard differs from defective imported products. We're here with Mandis Mortimer, National Gypsum's manager for technical marketing, and we're going to have an education today on wallboard. Mandis, welcome to Think Green.
It's great to be here, Debbie.
Now, as we know, not all wallboard is created equal, as we've seen with the incident with the Chinese-made product, but National Gypsum actually has a product made here in Florida that has a different manufacturing process. So can we talk about that process?
Certainly. Just about all of the product that we supply into Florida is made at our Apollo Beach plant, and we're particularly proud of that plant. It was named as one of the top 10 plants in the whole country, or actually in North America, by Industry Week magazine. And we have extremely tight processes around the raw materials coming into the plant, our products that we make, obviously, and the processes we use and what goes out the door, both regarding quality and safety. So we're particularly proud of that. We have a full network of plants that use the same state-of-the-art processes throughout the country so that we can be a local provider throughout the United States.
So I understand that National Gypsum's wallboard is a sustainable product. What makes it sustainable?
Well, one of the things about it that is sustainable is that we use byproduct gypsum. And to tell you a little bit about that process, when power companies clean their emissions, they have a manufacturing process to do that, and the result of that is byproduct gypsum, or calcium sulfate, which is the exact same thing as this gypsum rock. That comes out of the ground and is used in our natural rock plants, and then the byproduct gypsum is used in our other plants like the one here in Apollo Beach.
That's incredible. So this is what makes it a green product.
This and the fact that we use 100% recycled paper for the face and backing, and that's made in our paper plants from what you threw out at the curbside yesterday: newsprint, magazines, end trimmings, cardboard boxes.
That is so interesting.
It is.
Okay, moving on. I like that. How can I tell if the wallboard in my home is manufactured by National Gypsum?
Well, before I talk about that, I think it's important for consumers to know that the Consumer Product Safety Commission tested all of the domestic wallboard manufacturers as well as the defective product that came in from China for emissions. And what they found was a marked difference between the two. The domestic product had none of the harmful emissions that are associated with the Chinese wallboard. So that's important for consumers to know, and for them to see what's in their home. They can look at the intakes before the board is installed. And then once it's installed, if they look on the back of the board, they'll see a manufacturer's code, the time that the board was made, the date that it was made, and the company that made it.
Very good.
And then You'll also see it stamped Made in the USA.
Made in the USA.
And then on the face of the board at National Gypsum, we mark our board with our patented grid marks, which help the contractors to align the board with the studs for faster installation. And then we also print our name on the face of the board so that a consumer can see instantly that National Gypsum made their product.
You've covered everything. You make it very easy. I like that. If I don't have any problems with Chinese drywall, what other indoor air quality issues should I consider?
Well, there's three things that consumers should be aware of. The first would be the prevention of mold, the reduction of dust on the job site, and then using low-emitting materials.
And what type of products should I look for to improve the indoor air environment?
Well, we make a complete line of mold-resistant products for indoor use, and that would be our XP family, which can be identified by our original purple color.
That's easy enough.
And in wet areas, you would want to use a cement backer board like our PermaBase product. And for finishing, you'd want to use a low-dust joint compound like our Dust Tech. And then lastly, our entire portfolio of products is Green Guard certified for indoor air quality or children's and school certification.
Tell me more about Green Guard.
Well, Green Guard is the most widely known certification for indoor air quality, and they rely on the industry's most stringent chamber testing. Our products are tested for over 10,000 chemicals for the off-gassing that can cause symptoms such as headaches, dizziness, asthma, and allergies. And in order to maintain this certification, we go through quarterly retesting.
That is so good. Where can our viewers go to find more information about National Gypsum?
Viewers should go to nationalgypsum.com and drywallfacts.com.
Easy enough. Well, Mindy, thank you so much for being here today and really showing us how drywall and other related materials can actually contribute to a healthy indoor environment. We appreciate it.
Well, Debbie, thank you for having us here today. We were very excited to be here and to be able to talk about how our products can contribute to a safe and healthy home.
And I think we've done that, so thank you. Well, you will find a link to their website on our website at designingspaces.tv and click Think Green. You can view any part of this segment or any part of the show over as well. For Think Green, I'm Debbie Marie.
In many areas of the country, swimming pools are a family's backyard oasis for recreation, exercise, socializing, and simply a place to cool out with some peace and quiet. Now, if you have a pool or you're thinking of having a pool in your yard, Think Green has something to show you. We're going to make it eco-friendly and energy efficient. Watch this.
The backyard. It's the perfect place to relax with family and friends. And some of our favorite backyard parties revolve around the pool. So today on Designing Spaces, we're here in Houston, Texas to show you how to design the perfect pool, one that's fun, beautiful, and even eco-friendly. Inviting, isn't it? Well, this might just be the perfect swimming pool. It's got great ambience, it's a joy to swim in, it's easy on the pocketbook, and it's earth-friendly too. How can it be all these things? We're going to find out from Kevin Petusik from Hayward Pool Products. Hi Kevin, great to have you on the show.
Thanks for having me on.
With so many homeowners moving over to a greener lifestyle, people are buying more efficient appliances and remodeling their homes with newer materials. So a swimming pool would be the last place we'll consider in terms of going green. So how can we make the pool eco-friendly but still a center for family fun?
It's really simple. I'm going to show you how to create a backyard environment that's suited for the entire family while minimizing maintenance costs and making sure it's environmentally friendly.
Great, so let's get started.
Okay.
Kevin, this pool equipment area is huge.
It is a little bigger than your typical backyard pool equipment pad, but this is a pretty spectacular pool. That said, there are many elements of this equipment pad that are typical of what a regular backyard pool pad would look like. So it's a great place for us to start, and that's the EcoStar pump, which is the heart of the pool equipment pad and the heart of your energy savings opportunities when you talk about the Energy Solutions package. So what's unique about the EcoStar is it's a variable speed, which means that you can adjust the flow of water that the pump's delivering. On a normal pump, the majority of the time it's running at high speed, it's either on or it's off, and at that high speed, Much of the time when it's just in filtration, you don't need that much flow. So with a variable speed pump, you slow down the flow, so the majority of your energy is going to moving water. So the EcoStar offers up to 90% energy savings, and that means that you can actually pay for your new pool pump within the first year of use. It can be installed as a standalone pump without a pool controller because it has its control capability right on the pump, which means it's also great for retrofitting to an existing pool for all that energy savings. Or it can be installed to go along with the ProLogic pool controller, and then you have seamless control of all the speeds, all the features. So it gives you that versatility.
You know, usually you can smell the chlorine around the pool, but I'm not smelling anything.
That's actually because this has the AquaRite salt chlorine generator. Rather than using conventional chlorine that you buy at the store, this manufactures its own chlorine from salt that you actually put into the swimming pool. So it always manages the appropriate amount of chlorine to make sure that you have great sanitized water. And in addition to that, you have this incredible water quality. It gives you this soft, silky feel. So you don't have the itchy skin, the red eyes that are typically associated with chlorine, and as you say, you don't have the smell.
One of the biggest chores about maintaining a pool is just cleaning it.
Well, not with this pool, because it has the Tiger Shark. So this is the Tiger Shark.
Cool.
Unlike most pool cleaners that can take up a lot of energy, the Tiger Shark operates on just a little bit more than what a 100-watt light bulb would operate on. So a Tiger Shark can actually pay for itself in as little as a year because of those energy savings. One of the additional features is it also has a little remote control. So if like you're having a dinner party and all of a sudden the guests are showing up and you realize that you actually have some leaves over in the corner of the pool, you can throw the Tiger Shark in. You can actually direct it over to where specifically it needs to get cleaned up. Then bring it back over to the side and you take it out for when you have your dinner party. One of the great things about this pool is nearly every feature is being managed by the pool controllers. So you want to turn on your pool lights, you want to turn on your heaters, you want to adjust the temperature of the spa while you're sitting in it. You can do it with your handheld remote control. One of those other nice things is, back to that dinner party, so you're sitting down, you're having a nice quiet conversation with friends. You may not want Niagara Falls going on in the background. So you can scroll over and you find the waterfall button and you actually turn off the big waterfall so it brings down the sound level in the pool. It's truly about managing the ambiance of the backyard.
So automation is definitely convenient, but is it also a green feature?
It is very environmentally friendly. One of the biggest things is you're actually turning on equipment when it's supposed to be on, when it's needed, rather than having it run all the time. You can also manage it so the lights come on just at sunset. And so that way you're only, so you've got that gorgeous color that the LED lighting can deliver, but it's also doing it just when it's needed, and you can have it shut off at 11 o'clock at night or when you normally turn in for the evening.
The lights burn a lot of energy when they're left on a long time, right?
Actually not these lights, because they're ColorLogic LED lights. They are extremely efficient compared to conventional incandescent lighting, consuming 70 to 80% less energy, and they actually last 20 times as long as well.
Even here in Houston, it's a little too cold in the wintertime to use the pool without a heater. But isn't that just another energy-sucking device?
The heat pump is absolutely the most energy-efficient way of maintaining heat for the full season. Someplace like Houston or Arizona, where the water gets really warm, you can actually cool down the water with one of the features of the heat pump.
It's amazing to me that we can have our pool better than ever at a reasonable cost and still live a green lifestyle.
And everything we've seen here is part of a Hayward Energy Solutions package. And you can see it on hayward-pool.com.
Well, thanks, Kevin, for having Designing Spaces poolside today.
You're welcome.
If you want to see this story again, visit designingspaces.tv, where you can also find a link to Hayward Pool products. For Designing Spaces, I'm Shelley Boozer.
Tile floors have been around for thousands of years, and today it remains one of the more eco-friendly materials you can use in your home. But is it made to eco-friendly standards? We go to Florence, Alabama to see 21st century tile manufacturing at its greenest. Take a look.
Tile. It's been a stalwart building block for homes for thousands of years. But these days, it's no longer made by hand, and there are lots of stylish choices, from earthy, textured looks to slick porcelains. It's great to know that no matter what tile we're looking for to match our decor, we can think green. Designing Spaces recently visited one of American Marazzi Tiles plants in Florence, Alabama. First thing we realize when visiting here is tile manufacturing has gone high-tech. At this plant, even though these tiles are mass-produced, attention to quality and detail is paramount. The process starts with raw materials like sand, clay, and feldspar. The quantities are pretty impressive. This plant processes more than 200 large truckloads per week from local quarries, plus 2,000 tons of material brought in by rail. In all, the factory produces about 250,000 square feet of tile per day. These raw materials are deposited into a series of bins which feed directly into the plant in very specific quantities. Everything is computer controlled from the start. The raw materials are mixed with water to make a sludge, which is sent into gigantic high-tech dryers. The resulting material is then pressed into various size blocks, which are carefully checked for thickness and dimensions. These presses work with a force of 6,300 pounds per square inch, so these tiles are very dense and durable. The green unfinished blocks are then sent through a series of glazing lines, which apply various colors, finishes, and textures on the tile, using the latest inkjet and rotocolor printing techniques. This creates a surface that is frost, impact, and chemical resistant, easy to install and maintain. Variations in shade and abrasion resistance are controlled carefully during this phase. The tiles are then fired in a series of 300-foot kilns at more than 2,200 degrees. The kilns use low nitrogen oxide burners that reduce emissions by more than 50% over conventional natural gas burners. Some of the products require that the tiles are then cut to specific sizes, washed, and rechecked to make sure each one is perfect before boxing them up for shipping to customers. The tile produced here in Florence uses a green process. This closed-loop manufacturing line reuses water and materials, sending negligible amounts of scrap to landfills. For example, more than 20% of every tile is made from recycled materials, and the plant recycles more than 99% of all the dust created during manufacturing. This process creates products certified no VOC. That means no volatile organic compounds are included or created. And the company has partnered with the U.S. Green Building Council to pursue sustainable solutions to building and business challenges. Whether you're installing it at home or in an office, tile is also a good choice for the environment. Ceramic and porcelain tile are some of the longest-lasting flooring products on the market today. The typical lifespan is 50 years. So tile costs less per year than all other floor finishes over the life of a building. Tile is also easy to clean. Without the need for harsh chemicals, it's very low maintenance. Maybe the most attractive thing about tile is the variety of available colors and finishes, from neutrals to warm colors and lots of different textures. Natural-looking stone tiles, porcelains, glazed ceramics, glass mosaics, and metallic tiles. Not all of these are made in Alabama. The company has several manufacturing plants in the U.S., Europe, and Russia. But Marazzi Tile believes that regeneration, responsibility, and environmental leadership start right here in Florence, where this one small footprint may impact planet Earth. Over 25 years, the company has integrated the best approaches in technology, partnering with artists, technicians, entrepreneurs, and forward-thinking individuals. This concept of quality includes social and environmental factors, along with the beauty and reliability of its products. For more information about Marazzi Tiles, visit marazzitile.com.
So, what do we want to leave behind for future generations? All of us have the power and ability to make a difference. Together, let's make the right decision and move towards a healthier world. For Designing Spaces Think Green, I'm David Jones.
You can visit these websites to learn more about the participants on this edition of Designing Spaces.